In this video, I'm going to react to TikToks of people in credit card debt. Make sure you watch all the way to the end because the last video is going to have some great information about how to get out of credit card debt. And along the way, you'll see videos from Dave Ramsey, Kevin O'Leary, and I believe Mark Cuban too. I'm not sure.
This is not my proudest moment, but my credit card is the worst it's ever been. And I'm a college student. I have a credit card limit of $4,000, and I currently owe roughly $3,000 to my credit card.
So if she has a credit limit of $4,000 and she has a balance of $3,000, that means her utilization rate is 75%. That's pretty bad. You want your credit utilization ratio to be 30% or less.
Never gotten this bad, but I've just been carelessly spending my money, not paying attention to anything, not budgeting, and it's gotten to the point where I'm like, I need to get my shit together. Like, I took a look at my spending summary. In the span of 1 month, I spent $1,900 on my credit card.
How much does the average American spend on credit cards? Let me look real quick. 1 in 8 people say they put more than $5,000 on their cards each month.
I don't even make that much in a month.
That is the problem. You should not spend more than you make.
Roughly $1,700 a month, something like that. And this is not even counting rent. I pay rent with my checkings account, and then this is all from my credit card. It's really bad. When I tell you, I should not even be spending half of this amount in the month with how much I make. I've decided I'm finally gonna get my shit together. I'm gonna start hardcore budgeting this week, as of today.
I think that's amazing. Definitely, you want to get a budget. If you want a budgeting software that I highly recommend, it's You Need a Budget, or YNAB. You can go to ynab.com, YNAB.com, and that's an amazing resource.
I was in major credit card debt, about $1,000 to my credit card.
$62,000 of credit card debt?
And this was when I was working 9 to 5. I was so living above my means. I was driving the cars that I couldn't afford. I was buying the things that I couldn't afford, and I would just put it on a credit card because I thought it was like free money.
No, it's not free money. Let me look up what the average American has in credit card debt. So the average credit card debt in America is approximately $5,733. So $62,000 in credit card debt is way above the average.
Absolutely no idea what it meant by budgeting, financial means, saving for the future. All of that just went out my head. And while I was in college, I was so confused. I was racking up all of these student loans debt, and I just thought, oh, future me can worry about it. This resulted me in depression, anxiety, and towards my 20s, I had to rebuild this entire life around money and heal my money traumas.
How'd you do it?
I found myself that I dug a really big hole and I had no idea how to get out of it. So the first thing I thought was hire a mentor, get in more debt, but at least this expert mentor can tell me what to do so I can get out of this place faster.
Let me give you the magic secret formula to getting out of debt. Make money and take that money and apply it to your debt. Spend less money, take some of the money that you saved from spending less money and apply it to your debt. There you go.
The only way to get out of debt is truly make more money. When you make more money, you can cover up the principal and the interest, and you can pay off your debt faster before it starts accumulating and taking over your entire life.
Bingo. I don't think she's going to say anything that I haven't already said, so let's move on to the next video.
Cause I have $30,000 in credit card debt.
Yo.
When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet. Credit card debt. Tomorrow I may buy myself a dining room set.
No, don't buy that. That's how people live their lives, though. They stay stuck in jobs that they absolutely hate because they're shackled to credit card debt. Don't be like Peter Griffin.
Most people who start out using credit cards, they don't think they're going to be the person $30,000 in debt.
No, nobody thinks that. No one wakes up one morning and thinks, oh, I'm going to go tens of thousands of dollars in debt. This is Dave Ramsey. I'm sure Dave Ramsey's going to say the exact same thing.
No one does. Yep. I'm going to intentionally go deeply in debt at 22% and then wonder why I'm broke. No one says that. You're right.
Everyone sees the points, they see the bonuses, and they think that they're going to be the ones that take advantage of the system.
Credit card companies have tons of data. They hire people and they pay these people millions of dollars per year to go through the data. They have predictive analytics. They are probably smarter than you. You are not going to game the system. Now, do I use credit cards? Yes, but I also pay them off every single month. I don't try to game them or get some secret advantage or think I know something that they don't know.
I'll give you guys some tips. First thing is, don't pay off your credit cards immediately. Take 3 months. If you're a person that pays them off, pay them off in the 3rd month. Try not to exceed a third of your credit limit. Have no less than...
So the utilization ratio, don't exceed a third of your credit limit. That is good advice. But the advice to not pay off your credit cards is terrible.
3, no more than 5. It's not about being debt free. It's about looking like a good customer for them.
Oh my God. You're looking like a good customer who can take on more debt. Pay the stuff off. I've paid my credit cards off every single month since I have had them. I've never missed. I've never paid extra, and my credit score is just fine. People who tell you, oh, stay in debt so you can build a good credit score, it's just, you know what? I wish her the best. Next video.
Come with us to date night while I tell you how we got out of credit card debt.
Good video.
So we've been on a journey to become debt free, and we decided to start with our credit cards. First, we sat down and wrote out all of our interest rates.
And if you have debt across multiple places like auto debt, mortgage debt, student loan debt, and credit card debt, you should probably start with your credit cards because the interest rate is likely higher than everything else.
Along with the balances. Altogether, we had 5 credit cards between the two of us. Now, while most people like to do the snowball method where you start with like your lowest balance and pay it off, then work your way up to the highest card, we decided to attack the balance of our card with the highest interest rate first.
So that is actually mathematically correct. The snowball method that she's talking about was popularized by Dave Ramsey. And just like she said, it is where you organize your debts, you list them from smallest to largest, and you pay off the smallest first, no matter what the interest rate is. The mathematically correct way is to start with the highest interest rate, then move on to the second highest interest rate, and so on and so forth.
While still paying the minimum on the other 4 cards. Once that highest interest rate card was paid off, we would repeat the steps going down to the lowest interest rate card. We also made a pact not to eat out until at least 3 of the cards were paid off. And that was definitely motivation for me because y'all know I love to eat out.
I love to eat out too. That's an amazing video. Congrats. I love that. I absolutely love that.
I learned a few things paying off $24,000 worth of credit card debt, and now I want to share that with you guys. So this is part 1 to things I learned paying off $24,000 worth of credit card debt.
Let me know.
This seems really obvious. It was not to me, but you cannot continue to use your credit cards when you're trying to pay them off. When I first started budgeting, I was living paycheck to paycheck, and so I was making minimum payments on all my credit cards. Then I would go back and use any available credit that I could get to help me coast.
So go to Google or something and type in credit card minimum payment calculator, and you can put your own situation in, and you can see just how long it will take you to pay off your credit cards if you pay the minimum payment. It is shocking.
End of the month. So what I started doing was tracking my expenses, cutting back on anything I was overspending on, taking that money, pocketing it, and using it towards bills so that I didn't have to continue to use my credit.
Device, you have to make more money and apply it to your credit card in order to pay off your credit card. Yep. Next video.
I just love living above my means. So I'm not going to adjust. I'll just have a lot of credit card debt. I don't care. I'm like not stopping.
So relatable.
What a victim mindset. Why would you do that to yourself? That's crazy. I can't relate to that.
I chase Sapphire and I'm like, I'm literally rich.
You're not rich if you're in debt. The definition net worth is literally assets minus liabilities. And if you have a whole bunch of liabilities and not many assets, then you are by definition not rich.
Like I'm like, who cares?
You're going to care when you get older and you need the money and you're absolutely broke and you're an old lady and you have to eat cat food. You'll care then.
I recommend that everybody have at least 2 credit cards. The first credit card is one that has a very low limit, let's say $2,000. And that's the number you use on all the online services. If they get hacked, nobody can spend more than $2,000. That's how you protect yourself. The other card...
Let me give you some game right now. There's a website called privacy.com, and it will create merchant-specific credit cards that you can use, and you can set limits to them. For example, if you only want to spend $10 per month at this one specific place, a privacy.com card can do that. Not sponsored. It's just something that I use. That's some free game for you. You're welcome. You don't have to do this credit card thing.
If you use your credit cards, you do not want to be rich.
Anytime you say something about debt, people send it to me. Look
Right,
what Cubans say.
Tweets, yeah.
Look at what Cubans say.
Vice versa.
Yeah. So,
is it possible that you can use credit cards responsibly and still be rich? Maybe. I'm nowhere near Mark Cuban's net worth, so hey, I sound like a little hater talking, right? But I know plenty of people with healthy net worths who also use credit cards. I don't think the two are causal.
Cut up your credit cards. If you use a credit card, you don't want to be rich.
Yep,
I like that line. That's a good line.
That's my favorite line. I tell people all the time. People then they ask me, where's the best place to invest? I said, your best place to invest is to pay off all your credit cards and burn them. Because your credit card, you know what your return is, right? If you get up, you're paying 15, 20% interest. If you pay that down, you just earn 15 or 20%.
So that's technically mathematically true. And if your credit card interest rate is 20%, you're very unlikely to get that in another place like real estate or the stock market. So if you're just calculating how much you want to return to you, paying off a 20% interest credit card is probably going to be the smartest move.
Come in what you want, but you can't come in broke.
I'm going to watch this again.
Come in what you want, but you can't come in broke.
When I should be paying off my $2,000 in credit card debt, but instead I spend $20 on Starbucks every day, 7 days a week. That's $140. What are you getting at Starbucks? You getting like 3 different drinks or something, or 2 drinks? I don't even know. But call me what you want, but you can't call me broke. I can. Remember, assets minus liabilities equals net worth. And if your liabilities exceed your assets, you are broke. I'll call you broke. But enjoy your Starbucks. I hope it's worth it. So it looks like the wedding expenses were $16,000. It's either the $16,044 or the $16,430. That's actually pretty good, comparatively speaking. The average wedding in America is, let me check. Okay, according to The Knot, the average wedding held in 2022, including both the ceremony and reception, cost $30,000. So this is about half the average cost of a wedding. So this isn't that bad. I wouldn't put a wedding on a credit card though. All right, this is the last video, and it has some advice for how to get out of debt.
If you have a lot of credit card debt and it feels overwhelming, here's what you're going to do. I'm Sarah. I'm a budgeting expert here at YNAB, and I specialize in...
YNAB. So YNAB is actually the resource that I recommended earlier in the video for budgeting. I personally use it. I love it. It does take a little bit of getting used to. There is a steep learning curve, but once you get in there, it can be life-changing for you.
People get out of debt and take control of their money. First, you'll want to make a list of all of your credit card debt, including the outstanding balance, the minimum payment, and the interest rate. Then you're going to pick one credit card to focus on and pay off first. That's usually the card with the lowest balance or the one with the highest interest rate. And until that card is paid off, you'll pay the minimum payment on all the rest. Then you'll add all of the credit cards as new accounts in your budget.
Okay, so now she's showing you how to put the stuff in the software. I'm not going to show you the rest of this video, but the basic approach, what she said, is a proven, reliable way to get out of credit card debt. Is it difficult? Yes. Is it worth it? Absolutely. So what did you think of this video? Let me know in the comments below. Is there anything else you would like me to talk about, or any other videos or topics you would like me to react to? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you.